Break.
54. Mike 50.
Bravo.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Spin.
Throwing on first down. Duffy. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Ready, set.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just never. 2nd and 10. Looked like
just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, 2.
55 Mike.
Now.
Oh, here we go.
Now.
looking to throw on 2nd down. Duffy nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. There was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ezekiel Elliott, 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
54 Mike. There we go.
Shoot.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on.
Got it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, go. Hey, 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 hey.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the gun, Duffy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Wilson being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go, 14. Run left, run left.
Motion, motion. Check.
Go left for signal.
SOS.
Green, ready, quick.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Joseph on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54 Mike.
You ain't mine.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On the ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Duffy. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Switch.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same.
That boy Big Rez got a dub. Big Rez, I see you, Big Rez.
See in this game as well.
Oh.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markel Lee. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's run gets there first.
Check hot route. Hot.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Running with Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will
ball.
take
That's
us
what you call
to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score
what you call
after
disrespectful,
one
fuck,
on EA
nigga.
Sports.
Ran the ball on 4th down. Ran the ball on 4th down and 5. Fuck a nigga. Fuck a pussy nigga. You know what it is.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Check 3.
Run left.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Duffy, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On the ground, this is Michel. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw. Duffy. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Push him back. Push him back. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
On 1st down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
He's coming, double up.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Wilson. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, Duffy. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
First down, Atlanta.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Get out the field, defense.
Yep.
Back to throw. Duffy to Michelle on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone.
Come on, fuck, nigga. Let's go.
Flies, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Elliott. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Me and you all get
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. He's crashing.
He's moved off forces.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Hey, wahoo!
On 4th down, Duffy. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Record. Reload. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, 0.
54.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's the way.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yo, wake up. Wake up. Makari.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Jennings was the one he was looking for. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's Michelle once again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Lane. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18 from the pistol. Here's Elliott. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alert. Took right.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And Stills bringing it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone. They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, Lane, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley, and he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. Michelle, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Michelle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. Here we go with Michelle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down, Atlanta.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Lane. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So the victory here for Seattle. And this was